File 13, The Silence Experiment. My name is Riley Morse. I used to be an investigative journalist. 5 years ago, I received an anonymous envelope on my desk. No return address. Inside was a black USB stick and a single note, handwritten in shaky letters. File 13. Do not listen alone. At the time, I was working on a dull report about an old decommissioned nuclear station in Colorado called Sterling Site. It was shut down in 1987, following what officials called an environmental containment issue. But nobody ever really explained what happened there. I plugged the USB into a clean laptop. There was only one file, an audio clip. 11 minutes and 47 seconds. At first, it sounded like pure silence. But I've worked with audio for years. Silence isn't silent. I ran it through a spectrogram, and that's when I saw it. Disturbances, faint waves, a low-frequency hum, then breathing around minute 6, a soft, muffled scream, not mechanical, human, then a whisper. Sterling, room 13. That's when I started digging. Sterling Site had no room 13 on any official blueprint, but in the archived incident logs, the number popped up multiple times. One memo from the head of security read, "Since we started construction of room 13, personnel have reported auditory distortions, bleeding from the ears, smiling without cause." That same memo was dated 3 days before the facility was abandoned. That night, curiosity got the better of me. I listened to the file again, this time with noise-canceling headphones. Darkroom, 2:08 a.m. At 7 minutes in, I felt pressure in my right ear. Then, nothing. Silence. But in the silence, movement. Shadows shifting along the edge of my vision, and then a voice, female, calm. "You see what they saw, don't you? You're in room 13 now." Suddenly, the power cut off. When it came back, the file had deleted itself. The next day, I was contacted by a man named John Mitchell, retired Sterling employee. He told me the truth. Sterling Site wasn't just about power. They were running a classified experiment, studying the effects of pure silence on the human mind. They built a soundproof chamber underground. Zero light, zero sound, total deprivation. He said the first test subject lasted 8 minutes. When they opened the door, he was smiling, whispering one phrase over and over. The faces weren't human. He killed himself 2 hours later. John and I decided to sneak into the site. Sterling had been sealed, but the drainage tunnel behind the cliff was still accessible. We entered just after midnight. The air was cold, metallic. Deep inside the compound, we found a steel door, no label, just a single number, carved by hand, greater than 13. John turned to me. "That's it." Inside was a room. Empty. Concrete. 4 chairs bolted to the floor, a cracked mirror, and on the wall, an old reel-to-reel recorder. When John turned it on, the same audio started playing, but louder, clearer, and the whispering, it wasn't background anymore, it was direct. Then I heard it, right beside my left ear. "You listened. Now you belong." I turned, no one there. John was frozen, eyes wide, blood dripping from his nose. He was smiling. Then he laughed and walked into the mirror. But the mirror didn't reflect. He walked through it and vanished. The recorder caught fire. I ran. Since that night, I haven't heard from John again. The police never found him, but they found me collapsed 2 miles from the site, repeating one word, 13. 13. Now, every night at 2:08 a.m., I hear the same whisper in my dark apartment. Room 13 never closed. It just moved. If you want more stories, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. He was with you, Bruce, the father of dragons.